Right now, on to the point. Battling retail theft.
We've got to fix something. It is a major problem.
A state commission now studying the problem. What's being proposed to help? The controversial plan to reopen a gold mine in the foothills rejected. We look at what happens now. A road repair causing headaches for drivers. Even kids can't play outside. And we visit Del Paso Boulevard. Business owners hit by crime after crime as the city has plans to revitalize the area.
Good evening. This is To the Point, and I'm Alex Bell. It's no secret some businesses are hurting. There's inflation and then the high cost of doing business in California. But retail theft is adding another layer. The crime is a growing concern in communities across the state, and it can quickly turn dangerous. But behind the scenes, an independent group has been studying the issue, trying to improve California's response. The commission just heard from two people who have been openly critical of one another in recent weeks, Sacramento County's sheriff and the leader of the California Retail Federation. Tonight, our Becca Habegger shows us their messages on how to help solve the problem.
We've got to fix something. It is a major problem.
Sacramento County Sheriff Jim Cooper is vocal about the rampant retail theft he sees across Sacramento County. In a recent week-long special operation, his office arrested 285 shoplifters.
People just go in and take whatever they want because they know they're not going to get in trouble. They know there's no accountability.
Cooper is among those who say Prop 47, a criminal justice reform measure passed by voters in 2014, is part of the problem. It made non-violent theft of up to $950 a misdemeanor.
And a lot of these folks know that.
He testified Thursday before the Little Hoover Commission, an independent state oversight agency created in 1962. Earlier this year, state lawmakers asked the commission to study the issue of retail theft and provide recommendations. This was the second of 4 scheduled meetings regarding retail theft, where Cooper, as he has before, placed part of the responsibility on retailers and their policies about shoplifting.
We don't get stats from the retailers. They don't call us anymore. A lot of these stores have a non-confrontation policy. Hey, staff, if someone's caught stealing, just let them go. Don't do anything. So it's underreported. Some stores are told not to report in.
The commission also heard from Rachel Michelin. She's president and CEO of the California Retailers Association.
Whether locking up products, employing off-duty police officers or security guards, putting patrol cars in parking lots, retailers are utilizing whatever tactics we can to deter retail theft, really to protect our employees and our customers from harm.
She acknowledges some stores are underreporting the issue, but she says shoplifting is so frequent and pervasive, some law enforcement agencies won't respond.
Law enforcement may have internal policies on what crimes they will respond to. This creates a patchwork of policies that vary from city to city, county to county.
Cooper says his office will respond. He told the commission he'd like to see a change, allowing prosecutors to pursue a felony against repeat shoplifters.
So second or third would then be eligible for felony.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that still has to go back to the voters, though.
Yeah, and Alex, that's Sheriff Cooper there referring to voters would be the ones who would need to change Prop 47.
And I do want to talk about some solutions because the state recently gave local law enforcement agencies a lot of money.
Yeah, and the California Retailers Association pointed out in the past and at today's hearing that they played a key role in securing those funds. You know, the state spread $267 million across 55 law enforcement agencies specifically to combat retail theft. The funds are to increase security through more patrols, add investigative units, and improve surveillance technology.
That's right. And Sheriff Cooper says that the office got $9.4 million of those thousands of dollars and used some of their money toward that special operation that you actually mentioned in the story, right, Becca?
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, that's that operation where they recently arrested some 285 shoplifters.
Yeah, and I do want to mention the commission does have 2 more hearings on retail theft, and then we'll make some recommendations to state lawmakers. So you already know we're going to be following this. A lot of people in our community care about this topic. So, Becca, thank you for the update. All right, coming up later in the show, businesses along Del Paso Boulevard are dealing with break-ins and shoplifting, costing them thousands of dollars. What's being done to the area to try to help? That story is coming up at 6:45. Continuing our coverage from earlier this week, Nevada County supervisors have now voted against a company that wants to reopen a gold mine just outside Grass Valley. So the historic Idaho-Maryland mine was a profitable gold mine through the mid-1950s. The company bought the land in 2017 and wants to restart activating mine operations, saying it will bring economic benefits to the area. People opposing the project worry about the impact an active gold mine would have on the environment, traffic, and local tourism. This week, though, Nevada County supervisors heard arguments from the company saying it has a vested right to mine gold on the property. In a vote this morning, all 5 supervisors voted in favor of rejecting the company's vested right petition.
District 4?
District 4, yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes. And with that, this hearing is concluded.
And all those cheers that you're hearing, those are all coming from opponents of the project. But the fight is not over. The company is pursuing a separate route to restart gold mining operations. Supervisors will consider their request for a permit next year. In other news, an arrest in connection to a homicide that happened in North Highlands. We brought this to you as breaking news last night. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says Jarrell Triplett allegedly killed a man on Georgia Street after a large fight involving 30 people. There are no other suspects in the case. Just hours ago, Highway 49 in Auburn recently reopened after a deadly crash this morning. CHP says the driver of a gravel truck died after crashing into a hillside. The truck was carrying about 2,000 pounds of gravel. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. And tonight, a rough road in Tuolumne County is causing an expensive headache for drivers. Kids can't even go outside to play. Our Gabriel Parias has the story.
This stretch of Tuolumne Road near Sonora was just repaired and reopened months ago. But when a car drives down it today, it
kicks up rocks.
Anita Vicini has operated a daycare out of her home for 13 years. But this year is different. The kids can't play outside.
We don't want the kids to get hit like with a piece of chip seal that comes off as a car drives by. I've got 2 chips in my windshield. A lot of our daycare families getting chips in their windshields.
The loose pavement all due to a chip seal project meant to improve the nearly 6-mile stretch of Tuolumne Road. In August, county supervisors approved the $1.6 million in road work, but since then, Anita says crews have had to come back and make even more repairs.
It's been a nightmare, and it's not getting any better. The road's not any better.
Just down the street from the daycare, road work is underway again, with county officials saying they are now working with that contractor to get this road repaired properly.
Our staff are working diligently, both with the contractor, but with also the consultants that they're working with, to come up with a solution.
County Supervisor Anaya Kirk is one of many people who have had to deal with chipped windshields on the way home.
Yeah, I've actually had one window that I had to replace personally, and then I've had 2 more cracks on the windshield.
He says there is help available. People who've had to replace their windshields due to the road work can call American Pavement Systems to make a claim. People who live in the area hope that more claims won't be necessary and that soon the asphalt will stay on the ground.
I'm hoping it gets done and gets done right, and we don't have to worry, that we have a nice road, that we don't have to worry about getting pelleted with rocks when we go outside or when we're driving down the road.
Yes, that can be very scary and dangerous. But county officials say that upcoming rain and snow could complicate the construction work even more. So right now, there is no timeline on when those repairs will be completed. Next, on To the Point, new shelters for the homeless will open next week in South Sacramento. What you can expect to see.
With your Light the Beam forecast, we are looking at partly cloudy skies tonight with temperatures in the 40s and upper 30s by the morning. We'll talk more about that fog and frost headed your way.
Plus, the push to change Del Paso Boulevard's reputation.
I think the biggest challenges that we have are how car-centric it is. It's really hard to walk around here, and there's no housing.
The struggles business owners face and what's coming to the area. Okie dokie. For the Dunza Shong, all right, let's get a check of our forecast with meteorologist Carly Gomez. How are we looking out there right now?
We are looking partly cloudy, but we will get a bit of clearing, which could allow for more of that fog formation. in the early morning hours. Now, it's going to be limited, so we'll mostly see a lot of that near Manteca, Lodi area. And then in between, some of that farmland, of course, gets a little thicker. But along I-5 and 99, about 7 to 8 miles in visibility for the early morning hours. Not a big, huge deal in terms of getting a dense fog advisory, anything to that matter, but just a little bit of a heads up as you're heading out the door. And we will see better visibility as we get to the mid-morning hours. Now, low pressure heading into the Pacific Northwest. That's clearing the way for us briefly, but we're still getting a bit of cloud coverage moving in. That'll clear up for your Saturday. Mostly sunny to sunny skies on Saturday before this guy out there starts making its way up and head our way by Sunday night, bringing us the first set of the storm systems headed our way. Now, again, upper level clouds moving through, and we'll get a little bit of a break here and there, allowing for some cooler air. Moving towards Saturday, again, clear skies, but take a look as we move towards Sunday. Pause it right there, and you'll get to about 10 p.m. We'll start seeing more of a solid line from areas of Redding all the way down toward Modesto here in the Tracy Triangle with our first look at some rain. Very late night here on Sunday. Then finally pushing on through as we start to see more of that rain throughout your Monday. High elevations, though, not really seeing all that snow just yet, as this is a pretty warm system. And finally, Tuesday to Wednesday, we start seeing some of that snow at the higher elevations around 7,000, 7,500 feet and higher. And then a lot of heavy rain through the valley spots for your Wednesday. Finally, by Thursday, 5:30 p.m., most of the system remains from Yuba City south with a lot of scattered showers and heavy rain in the foothills. Finally, we will be seeing some clearing moving toward Christmas weekend as we are looking at mostly partly sunny skies to mostly sunny skies. But check this out. Rain totals from Sunday through Thursday into Friday could be as much as 2 inches all the way up to maybe 7 inches for the foothills and higher Sierra areas. Now, snow totals at the peaks, we may see about a foot of snow. Would be much higher if we get colder conditions, but at this point, 7,000 to 8,000 feet, it's got to be way up there because you're looking at other areas with only 2 inches of snowfall right around 6,500 feet, so not that much happening there. Now let's talk about the 10-day forecast as we get through the next few days. Upper 50s and low 60s again. The rain arrives on Sunday, lasting at least through Wednesday into early Thursday morning. Otherwise, looks pretty nice into your Christmas weekend.
Next, on To the Point, an area often viewed negatively is getting a boost. What's coming to Del Paso Boulevard? And we ask business owners if it'll help. Many people have a strong reaction when they hear something taking place on Del Paso Boulevard. It's usually negative, but a group of business owners is trying to change that, and there could be hope on the way. Our Jeannie Nguyen shares their stories tonight.
It was the place to be.
In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, so the city of North Sacramento had always been its own city, and so Del Paso Boulevard is like downtown.
Del Paso Boulevard, a place for people to live, eat, and play. In the 1920s, it was known as the city of North Sacramento.
Just a hub. You have 2 theaters there, grocery stores, all these mom and pop businesses. There was a bowling alley, there was the ice skating rink, and restaurants, car dealerships, a lot of good activity. Coffee shops.
That ice skating rink now looks like this, overgrown with weeds. Mom and pop shops like Tabor Furniture closed.
It is a struggle. Just July, we were broken into 3 times in 30 days.
To many, Del Paso Boulevard's reputation never recovered. Some believe the downward spiral started when the area merged with the city of Sacramento in the 1960s.
You just see spirals of whether it be poverty, crack cocaine, unemployment, all these things of the 70s, 80s, and 90s that took its toll on Del Paso Boulevard.
Today, business owners say the ongoing homeless crisis and crime makes it difficult to succeed. Candace Brooks owns a CMC Management Group, providing a venue for entertainment purposes.
Starting a business in a property here, a commercial property that has not had any care and attention for a long period of time makes it challenging.
What has your journey been like to not only open up a business, but to open up a business on Del Paso Boulevard when everyone knows it's been struggling?
Yeah, it's a struggle. So that is a whole different heartache and pain. The break-ins, shootings, the violence, and all of that.
A few steps away from Brooks is John Blair.
Co-owner, founder, Never Bored, and Graffiti for Good.
A business owner and resident in the same neighborhood, Blair says he's doing his best to keep his business alive despite constant break-ins, shootings, and homeless problems.
Having to go through that and rebuild each time is very, that's That's a process. Having people constantly sleep out in front of your business.
It's gotten so bad for Frederick Adams, co-owner of Universal Clothing Boutique. He's had to close down a portion of his store after multiple break-ins this past year.
How much do you think that totaled in merchandise loss?
Over $10,000, yes.
Making him unsure about the future of his business.
We're trying to do everything we can to stay here, but I'm not for sure. I don't know how much longer I could take it.
What help have you gotten from the city, if any?
Next question, please. I'm unsure on what the actual help from the city has been.
Even though business owners don't feel like there have been any resources, the Del Paso Boulevard Partnership has received $280,000 from the city 2 years ago. That money goes towards the partnership's Clean and Safe program that pays maintenance crews to clean up the streets, pick up trash, and an off-duty police program. The partnership will be asking the city for an additional $250,000 for more security and to pay for marketing to support small businesses. On top of that, Councilmember Sean Laloe says more additions are coming to the boulevard, and it's starting with housing.
So I'm very proud to say that potentially we're going to have 3 major projects on the Del Paso Boulevard. We have a project that's about 150 units. These are market rate units with 15% of them for low-income housing. We have another project that's 75 units. That's pretty much all low-income housing. And currently we're in talks of a very exciting project that's about another 120 to 130 units. That's a workforce project and units.
It's something Elizabeth Mendez, director of Women's Wisdom Art, says has been missing and making it difficult for people to want to come to visit.
I think the biggest challenges that we have are how car-centric it is. It's really hard to walk around here, and there's no housing.
And the ice rink that has been a staple of Del Paso Boulevard is making a comeback.
Unanimous. Congratulations.
In November, Sacramento City Council approved a forgivable loan to restore the iconic ice skating rink.
So I'm very excited about this, the opening of Iceland. It's going to also add to that foot traffic, which ultimately will support the local businesses on the boulevard as well.
Do you have faith that things will get better and the stigma behind Del Paso Boulevard will change to be one of, hey, I'm excited to go there?
I think over time that can happen. I love coming into work every day. I love this street. There is a community that's here. The area can get, it can get better.
So much going on, just in that area. But Jeannie, I do want to ask you, one of the big thing that business owners really talked to you about was their safety. They have safety concerns. They feel police aren't doing enough. What did the city have to say about that?
Well, Alex, Councilmember Sean Laloe did tell me that public safety is the number one priority, but he is blaming an understaffed police department for making it difficult for officers to respond in a timely manner. Now, he is hoping once housing opens, there will be more law enforcement presence there as more people move in. The Del Paso Boulevard Partnership also holds bi-monthly security and public safety meetings where updates are provided on maintenance, security, and they're also hearing from their local law enforcement officers.
And speaking of Councilmember Laloe, I mean, he's facing his own issues regarding, his businesses as well as people calling for his resignation. What did he have to say about that?
Well, Alex, as you remember, back in October, the feds investigated Laloe's Viva supermarkets for accusations that he underpaid employees and violated child labor laws. When I asked him about this, he told me all of this is a lie, and he remains proud of his businesses.
So I can tell you very clearly, where is the camera that I can definitely look into it and answer. I can honestly say that every one of those accusations is a complete lie.
He already has said that he will not seek re-election and will remain focused on trying to better the district, and that includes Del Paso Boulevard.
Well, I know I'm very excited to see, especially the ice rink opening. That's so exciting. So really great to see some of the changes that we'll see in our community. Jeannie, thank you for the story. We appreciate it. Some sad news to pass along tonight. Local Mong community members are remembering the life of Dunza Shong, a well-known Mong artist and activist. He was killed just days ago. A local newspaper in Colombia reported Shong was kidnapped and killed while visiting the country. He was just 50 years old and a refugee from Laos. He was a beloved motivational speaker, social justice advocate, and the first Hmong American comedian. Mayor Pro Tem Mai Vang, who knew him personally, shared the impact he had on the community.
Folks who look like him, for folks who look like me, that dreams are possible, that we could do it. You know, I think about all the young activists, all the young community organizers. You know, he inspired so many, and through spreading love and joy and fighting for the justice for all people, that's how we can continue to honor him.
Xiong's family says they plan to create a foundation in his name to carry on his legacy. Next, a look at new shelter for people experiencing homelessness, the impact it'll have. An update tonight in the homeless crisis. Sacramento County unveiled new transitional housing set to open next week in South Sacramento. It is their second safe stay community in the area. They are cabin-style shelters for people experiencing homelessness, complete with showers, laundry, meals, and access to resources on the site. The site can house 56 people.
It's a good feeling that, you know, you're not going to get rained on, and like, it's just an awesome feeling that they have people that care about us.
The primary thing is to get people off the streets and into a dignified cabin such as the ones you see behind.
First priority is given to the unhoused who are already living on the streets in the surrounding area. Right now, they have 30 people on a waiting list to get in when they open next week, and we will have more on this story coming up on Late News tonight at 11. Thank you all for joining us so much on To The Point. We are always working to bring you more context and information to the issues impacting us right here in Northern California. So if there is something that you care about or you just want more information on, make sure you reach out to me and the team. Have a great night. I'll see you later. Hey, it's Alex. Just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I really love hearing from everyone, and I hope that you'll stay in touch. Reach out to me on Facebook at AlexBellTV, or you can email me at tothepoint@abc10.com, or you can even send me a text message at 916-321-3310.